All right, first new thing, working on memorizing the scales by going up one, down the next, up one, down the next. So I will play this at 60 so you can follow along if you'd like. You can also follow along with Guitar Pro now that you have it. And best to learn one line at a time, so make sure you can play that top line from memory before you add the second and the third and all that. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Two thing is just an example of just practicing your slides. So let's see, can I get all this on screen? I can get most of it. Well, let's see. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to put on the last backing track that I sent you. So it's the video recap email from last time. This is in here. Or this what I'm about to put on, the link to it is in that last video recap email. Sure it's not too loud. Let's get to where everything else is playing. Okay. So instead of following how the rhythm is exactly, you can start just put on this backing track or any backing track in A minor and just kind of practice what's on the screen there. So something like this. Putting some rhythm in there so I know where I'm going to slide to. Some vibrato in that as well. Good idea, start putting vibrato. Whenever you have a note just hanging out, put vibrato on it. So, it's just a way you can practice what number 2 there. This way you can get musical with it. And then once you run through that, then you start incorporating your own ideas. Mention that that's one of the things you can do. Like you have a backing track go and you just focus on adding slides wherever and just try and be tasteful with that. So eventually, start do a slide, play some notes, slide, play some notes. In fact, you do like a session where you're doing everything as a slide. Or like in order to get to another note, you're gonna slide to it. So, just take some time trying that. Pick and slide, or like pick, slide to a note, and kind of slide back and forth between them. So, make that a goal. To get better at those slides, just slide everywhere. Even if it's in one scale shape. Just one scale shape is totally doable. So, let's say you were working on getting that G Mixolydian shape down, but you already have all of them down. But anyway, I'm just going to pick a shape. I said G Mixolydian, let's go with it. So. So, that's all just staying in that one shape. And sometimes staying in one shape can actually unlock all kinds of neat ideas. Because you have to stay in that spot. And then it's less likely to get lost. Alright, this guy, let's see. Let's turn it to that. This is a way to practice getting some legato in. Legato being hammer-ons, pull-offs, and slides. And combining two shapes. So, just practicing it on its own is a good idea. So, this is how it's written. I'll just keep it at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can practice that along with the track as well. There we go. Make it more musical, just kind of play a phrase of it, like maybe play like the first part. Play something else. So let's simplify it. Play the first bar and then play something else, kind of thing. Play the second bar. And play the other stuff. Third bar. Stuff like that. I mentioned, using bends and emphasis, snare thing. So yeah, practicing legato for during the improv. So one thing you could do for that is like anytime you pick or you change strings, make that like the only time that you do it. Another way you could do it is, and this will make it more challenging, just take your strumming hand, cover the strings. Or just anytime you go to a new string, that's the only time you pick. Ran out of music. As far as bends go, again, same kind of idea. You just, spend a couple minutes or a full backing track, just always bending. So like maybe like just starting a place you feel comfortable doing the bends, and just keep starting licks with the bend. So as far as, let's see, like homework thing, what I want you to try and do, and put this either, you can program it in Guitar Pro or just demonstrate it in video for next week. Take this pattern and do it with two different modes, two different scale shapes. So something besides the C Ionian plus D Dorian. So maybe do like your G Mixolydian plus the A Aeolian, or the A Aeolian plus the B Locrian. So try something like that. See if you can make sense of what the pattern is here. Move it to a different place in the same key. So again, you can just program that in the Guitar Pro, send that over, or demonstrate that in the video. So for the video this time, maybe like set a timer for like one to 2 minutes. I guess it depends. If you use the same backing track as last time, do 1 minute. If you use the one I was just playing over, use 2 minutes. And set a timer. So like for the first minute, what you're going to do is slide all over the place. And for the next 2 minutes, you're going to legato, hammer-ons, pull-offs, and slides all over the place. And then for the third thing, start doing, or you show a lot of bends. So that's the assignment beyond what I just mentioned about picking two other modes and trying this pattern. So again, if you use the backing track from last time, I'm just going to send it in this link, or send the link in this current recap. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's simplify. Use the backing track I was just doing. For 2 minutes, I want you to slide all over the place. The next 2 minutes, add in hammer-ons and pull-offs. And then the last 2 minutes, start bending all over the place. And this thing lasts just over 8 minutes, but still, just to simplify things, like set a timer, 2 minutes slides, 2 minutes legato, 2 minutes bends, and we'll see how that goes next time. So any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you again next week.